Good afternoon, everyone. We welcome everyone here today for the Murray City Municipal Council Community of the Whole, June 17th, 2025. The first, well, we have no minutes. We have all council members here. We have the mayor and Jennifer, our executive secretary, and Patty. Thank you for being here. We have no approval of minutes, so we will go right into the discussions of the items. The first is the Murray Senior Recreation Center with Hal Luke presenting. 10 minutes. Hal, thank you for coming.
10 minutes.
And welcome.
Thank you. Let's see if I can get into this.
Usually I'm freezing.
Well,
I was prepared.
we do.
That's your house? That's my house. Yeah. You like my house?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Wow.
Here. No bad trouble. Whoa, how come it's not? Wait, did I get the wrong cord?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Here.
Start yanking.
Where is it?
Well, I thought this was
There's
the one.
two cords.
Yeah. You hooked up these to mine. Yeah. Yeah, you got those to mine.
Isaac.
Yeah.
Here we go. No?
Oh, that's my mouse.
We always have two cords. Oh, here. It's got it. There.
You're so good, Patty.
Not really.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Aha.
There we go.
Yay!
That's fun with technology. So I thank you for letting me come and talk to you about life in the Murray Active Aging Center, also known as the Murray Senior Center. Thank you for the support for the center. In the summer of 1965, pickleball was founded by Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCollum in Bainbridge Island, Washington. In 1990, pickleball was played in all 50 states. Okay. As I understand, in 2009, Wayne, then the rec director for the center, decided to bring pickleball to the center. They started by taping off the courtyard here. Of course, they moved the chairs, I'm sure they did when they played. About 5 or 6 years ago, we had two good courts that were built at the center, kind of in the southeast corner of the properties behind the building. Every week during the summer, because the weather is good, the players start showing up about 7 o'clock in the morning and play for 2 or 3 hours until it gets hot. Of course, windy and rainy days are not very good because the balls don't like to coast very good. But other than that, they try and get their good days in. During the winter, they start a little bit later, and they've even been known to play in coats and with their gloves on. Very challenging, I assume. I was told that there were probably been up to 25 players in the morning. Of course, players come and go as their schedules permit, so there's not always the same crew being there. The day I visited, there were 14 players, including 4 females. One of the females was so energetic that she rode her bike to the court. Dedication. So, like I say, there's a lot of play going on if you don't understand pickleball at all. They even have a system of keeping track. This is sort of a paddleball holder. I mean a paddle holder, not a paddleball, paddle holder. And supposedly you start at one end and then as the teams rotate in, you kind of keep moving the paddle. That way each player serves with a certain team member and then also serves on the opposite team. So everybody gets a chance to really rotate around the situation.
Who made that, Hal?
I can't remember for sure, but I thought it was Ralph, I think is what I thought I remember.
Cute.
And of course, actually there's one on each side because you've got the dual courts, and so you've got,
It's a good idea.
yeah. And of course, because you have to wait sometimes, then you have to want a place to stay. They seem to have a lot of good time playing. From time to time, the center has had beginner and intermediate pickleball classes. This picture here is of the oldest players that I understand. Lee, kind of in the red, is 98 years old, and he's had some sicknesses over the last little year, while he hasn't played a lot. But Ralph in the white is 96. Did I say 98? He's 98. Well, Lee is 98. So Ralph is 96, and he still plays quite often, quite a bit of time. What the picture shows here is they had some medals that they won back in St. George a couple, 3 years ago at the senior games down in St. George. But Ralph said that he has been playing at the center since 2009. So we thank you for a nice place to have a friendly, challenging event for the players to go by. They always try to be good there, and besides the rotation, they like to be a non-competitive environment. I said a lot of times when you go to some courses, they don't like you to play because they're not up to their expertise. So here they like to keep a non-competitive atmosphere there. So
Honestly, Charles, he's a kid.
I know.
He's just a kid.
Yeah.
When I look at hear those ages, I'm going, he's young.
He always tells me Ralph was there. Right.
So again, I thank you for supporting the center and helping us to have a good environment for us old folks to get along with. Thank you.
So, Hal said that this invention was someone that's Corey here. I always thought Corey Plant invented pickleball. He comes as do you remember this, Corey? You came with us as a council back in 2012. He started talking about pickleball. I'd never heard of it in my life. All I could picture is I thought, why is Corey pushing shuffleboards? And I had to go look it up, and it ended up being if you'd have done this for like your own investment, you'd be a billionaire right now. They were nowhere when you brought that up. I'd never heard of the sport. It is massive now.
It is. Like I say, by 1990, according to research, in all 50 states, so it really went pretty fast. So
Yeah, we've got some up here by the Myrtle, and they're packed all the time. They go up there.
Yeah. Oh, and also the one on
And they're packed.
Riverview. Oh,
Yeah.
constantly.
That was a good move to change.
It was a perfect move.
Yeah.
And it might be good to have,
I agree with you. She's staying up to by her park because they have tennis courts up there, and they're not really.
use that.
But the
much
tennis
probably.
courts on 54 by Hidden Village,
They're used. Huh?
they are used.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that. I drove by there the other day, and
yeah.
they were out playing tennis.
Yeah.
But up there in that park, that would be. I thought of that. Kim knows.
good.
The pickleball, like I say, in the winter, a lot of times they don't come because they go to church houses close by. And they still do it, just a matter of not out in the cold so much. So
Not great.
Yeah,
It's hard
in the snow.
if you colored balls, it shouldn't be too bad.
Just shovel the area first.
But most of the time they have to come out and blow the leaves off anyway, so yeah, it's a little bit of snow.
Thanks, Hal.
Thank you, Hal.
Just on this and eat it.
Okay, so we're on discussion item number 2, discussion on an ordinance amending chapter 2.68 of the Murray City Municipal Code, changing the name of the MCCD Review Committee to the Form-Based Code Architectural Review Committee, making minor adjustments to the review committee's duties. Zachary Smallwood had 15 minutes. Thank you for being here.
Great, thank you. You explained it. What questions do you have? Just kidding.
Well, I had one, but, you know.
You named the whole thing. We'd really just like to change since with the form-based code up for adoption this evening in the main city council, we thought we would come through with this as the next step, changing the MCCD review committee to the form-based code architectural review committee. It's really just as simple as that. We made some minor modifications just on the professional disciplines for the group. And then also the requirement for meeting quarterly. If I feel like if there's no application, there's really no reason to meet. And there was a requirement in the MCCD.
Will the committee members remain the same? Will they just transfer?
So we're still working that out at the moment. I think they will just remain the same.
Okay,
But-
that's the intent.
Yeah, that's the intent. Whether we have to go through and have the mayor reappoint them, I don't know. We'll work that out with GL because we don't know yet. So we'll work that out.
And maybe when we're done, you could explain to me with stick figures, membership terms and vacancy. That was very confusing, like one would go, the other stay, and then this would, so.
It's just a space out. Yeah, it spaces out everybody's terms so that we don't get everyone.
Right,
up
and I
and-
understand,
Yeah.
but the wording was confusing, so we'll
Yeah.
just talk about that
For sure.
later. Thank you, that was my only question.
Awesome.
So 2 questions.
Yeah.
First one, why are you hating on history?
I'm not hating on
You're
history.
hating on historians.
However,
As a historian, I'm
Yeah.
feeling hated on.
do you feel you could adequately
No, it's
represent
not.
on architectural?
No, it makes sense. I just wanted
Yes.
to throw it in there. So is there any requirement for them to meet like annually, or is it just
Just as applications come
Just
up.
applications.
We'll typically have like a yearly meeting in the, like in January to elect a chair and vice chair. But other than that, no, just as applications are needed.
okay?
Look at that, 15 minutes,
No questions.
down to 30 seconds.
Good job.
No other questions? Okay.
Thank you.
So it looks like we have discussed all the items on the agenda, so I will close this meeting.